but I want to make a point. The point that I was making, the point I want to make there is how painful this is, because this is what happens. When you're in that situation, and in that situation, I didn't know what to say. I didn't have IDU. You just have to, you see it coming and there's nothing you can do. So you've got like crazy thoughts.
It must have really wound you up. I mean, you know,
of course.
I mean,
of course. And yeah,
you must have been tempted. You must have been tempted to say something, you know.
Yeah, it's like it's like you're in a straitjacket. You can't do anything, and mad thoughts are going through your mind. Oh my God, what would my parents think if they saw me in this situation? They'd be saying, you know, tell them what time it is, and then you're frustrated. You're like, you're just going crazy, but you can't say anything, and you have to keep calm and be nice. And so, you know, for me, it's okay because it doesn't really happen to me that much, right? If you think about it, I've worked with thousands of organizations, so clearly it doesn't happen to me that much. But here's my point: is that you can't say anything, right? So, and I remember at the time I couldn't tell the consultant because he couldn't get it either. So there's no one you can tell. So did
he notice, you think?
I don't know, because he probably was a bit he was a bit nervy because he doesn't run the business. I run the business. They were giving him all the...
So he was getting asked questions he didn't know the answer to.
He didn't have the answer. He's like paranoid. He's like thinking, like, how do I deal with this? So the whole thing's ridiculous. Then after, you do a sort of post-mortem after the session, and you know, I can't really tell him. Right, and then I go and see some other colleagues, some are white, some are black. So I don't want to tell them because I don't want to look like a victim. So who can you tell? The only people you can tell is your family when you get home, and then they sort of feel sorry for you, and then you're like the victim, right? And then you tell other people who look like you, who've been in the same situation, and it's all this victim thing, and it's just bad. Like, I'm a consultant; it doesn't really matter for me because ultimately I don't have to go into work the next day with the people. But there are people in organizations that have to
you don't have to worry about a promotion, you know, because you're
no. For me, it's just like a prospect. So it's either going to move forward or backward, and so I can move on. But there are some people who have to go into work the next day and the next day and the next day and have to deal with that. And here's my point: as hard as that was, and as much as I look like the victim, right? Here's my point. Just looking at the situation dispassionately and standing aside from it. Ironically, I'm complicit. I'm complicit in that situation because I didn't say anything.